everybody. You look fantastic. I'm lying. But I'm so excited because it's time for...
If you look into the mirror and you don't like what you see, bright and early next morning, you can change your identity. You know it's time to return to gender. A new clothes, new name. A return to gender. I'll never be the same. If you've got a feeling, there's something you lack, just switch your pronouns and refuse to switch them back.
Yeah, so. All right. President Zelenskyy was just in New York for the UN General Assembly to plead for more help for Ukraine, meaning more money, more weapons, and fewer visits from Sean Penn. Unfortunately, he didn't get to meet with President Biden. Too bad. He was looking forward to almost shaking his hand. But Zelenskyy missed a lot more than high-fiving the zombie in chief. He also didn't know that the spokesperson for his own military was this American person. Yeah, just an all-American girl. One who makes Leah Thomas look like Reese Witherspoon.
Next week, the teeth of the Russian devils will gnash ever harder, and their rabid mouths will foam in uncontrollable frenzy, as the world will see a favorite Kremlin propagandist pay for their crimes. And this puppet of Putin is only the first. Russia's war criminal propagandists will all be hunted down, and justice will be served.
Sorry, lady, justice would be served if someone bought you a better wig. I also apologize to everyone on the West Coast watching this at dinner time, especially if you're having sausage. So Zelenskyy didn't know who Sarah Ashton-Cirillo was, a deeply strange transgender spokesperson. Good for him. I usually don't find out the damsel is a dude until we're back at the hotel. But now the Ukrainian military has suspended Sarah for being a massive psycho on social media. Viewers might also remember this one.
If you look at Putin's mouth, you'll notice that blood drips from it. He's a vampire, carrying out genocide against both Ukrainians and Russians alike. Vlad Putin bathes in the blood of innocent children and enjoys it. And this is why the dictator of the Russian Federation must be deposed.
Doesn't it seem hypocritical for a trans person to be insulting vampires? After all, they come from Transylvania.
Nice.
But Sarah seems nice, if by nice you mean bat crazy. So this isn't really about Sarah being trans at all. It's that she's insane and an American spokesperson for a foreign war? I don't get it. And yeah, Putin is a bad guy, true. He makes Ivan the Terrible seem like Ivan the not so bad once you get to know him. And if you ever meet Putin, my advice is don't stand near any open windows. That breeze you feel is an oligarch flying by from the floor above you. Vlad has had more enemies whacked than anyone, although there is a close second. But apparently Zelenskyy had no idea who this was and claims he never approved Ashton-Cirillo's hiring. But then there are a lot of things Zelenskyy doesn't know, like how to find green shirts at Old Navy that fit. But it's as if that gets him off the hook. And by hook, I mean Sarah's penis. I know. But Zelenskyy, not knowing about this person, who could have predicted that?
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know who they are, but has anyone asked Zelenskyy about if he's comfortable with this person?
No.
They should. They should put that to him.
Tom Shalhoub, his slogan should be, he's as smart as he is white. So why is the Kiev HR department finally involved? It's not because poor Sarah requested time off for a prostate exam and a pap smear. It's because this nut job with a nutsack is going after U.S. citizens. Last week, Senator J.D. Vance sent a letter to Secretary of State Anthony Blinken asking who the hell this person is and why a U.S. citizen is acting as a spokesperson for a foreign government and why he, she, and or it keeps going online and saying crazy things. I mean, who does Sarah think she is, Joy Behar? So Vance wants to know what we want to know. Who is this clown? Why is an American acting as a spokesperson for the Ukrainian military? And who's paying for all this? And why does he keep giving me flashbacks of my 8th grade lunch lady? Now I clutch my privates when I hear the words tater tots. This cuckoo clock responded to the senator's inquiry with yet another deeply odd video.
While in Ukraine, we are fighting for global liberty and the ideology of victory, too many in Moscow and across the world are still caught up in focusing on the tired trope of gender chaos.
Sorry, champ. This statement about gender chaos might carry more weight if it wasn't coming from a guy named Sarah. I mean, how can Ukraine not win with this person involved? Look, it's just that after 250 years of the U.S. military, you're the first spokesperson to tuck in their balls before getting dressed. But kudos for stealing Jen Psaki's hair. So, how did Sarah get this far in the military, our military? The oddball holds the rank of junior sergeant, which means someone promoted this. I guess being a protected class opens every door and not just the ones to the girls' locker room. But does Sarah want to finish by stating anything unequivocally?
I'll finish by stating unequivocally that I only answer to 3 groups of people: my Ukrainian commanders, the Ukrainian people, and the American taxpayer.
Well, he left out the girls at the Macy's makeup counter who helped him hide his 5 o'clock shadow. But he says he answers to American taxpayers. Well, okay, as an American taxpayer, I demand an answer. Do you get yeast infections or jock itch? But also, what the hell is going on over there? Yes, they're fighting a war. I should know. I'm paying for it. But they had no idea this charmer was going online and saying all this bizarre on their behalf. It's like the equivalent of the head of Fox News not knowing that Kilmeade still works here. But it's like everything else in this administration. No one knows what the hell comes out of Joe's mouth either. And between Sam Brinton and Rachel Levine, we don't have an administration. We have a live theatrical rendition of Tootsie. Maybe Sarah's the perfect metaphor for this war, soaking up a lot of money, relying on rhetoric instead of reality, all while making grand speeches about freedom. But if you look closer, you won't like what slaps you in the face. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He grew up in New York and he has a criminal record to prove it. Comedian Chris DeStefano. Only the Tasmanian devil can outspin her. Communications director at Never Back Down Pack, Erin Perini. She's precocious, ferocious, and in the early stages of osteoporosis. New York Times best-selling author and Fox News contributor, Kat Tiff. And finally, he never wrestles with the truth. New York Times best-selling author, comedian, and former NWA World Champion, Tyrus. Chris, good to see you here.
Thank you.
You look great.
You look great. I thought that, honestly, that whole time, when I was seeing those videos of the Ukrainian trans spokesperson, I thought it was you. I was like, what is Gutfeld doing?
It is kind of impressive.
I was like, literally, I was like, that's wild. But I was like, okay.
Well, but doesn't it appear to be like a skit?
It does. It's one of those things where, you know, whatever you want to do. Be trans, don't be trans, cut whatever you want off. I don't care. I'm all supportive. But this seems like a little, it seems a little nuts. But, you know, it's, well, I mean, she has big nuts. But it's, yeah, I don't know. To me, there feels like it's one of those things, again, where it's like a distraction. I don't buy it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think your point is well taken, that being trans is the least problematic thing about this.
Right, yeah.
I mean, she's crazy, and she's a spokesperson for a foreign government, Aaron. Do you buy Zelensky's excuse that he had no idea? I guess I could. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think that that's completely legitimate. I don't think that this is the best way to get a message across. And it doesn't have anything to do with her being trans. It has to do with the incredibly odd rhetoric she continues to use. And there's already a lot of issues going on with the Ukraine war. That's why you're seeing in the Capitol right now funding fights about whether or not we're going to continue to help support the war between the House that's run by Republicans and the Senate that's run by Democrats. And this is all perpetrated by Joe Biden. We got to remember where this started. If Joe Biden hadn't capitulated to Vladimir Putin on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, we wouldn't be looking at any of this today because he wouldn't have ceded power for the Russians to go in against Ukraine.
That was about the pipeline?
Yes, this is where this Nord Stream 2 pipeline, the fact that he allowed that to move forward was what allowed Russia to circumvent Ukraine when it came to oil, and that is why they didn't need to, that they felt that they could move in.
I told you that.
I know. I thought you were full of crap.
Dude, I told you that at the gym. You don't listen to me, bro.
He had an amazing three-point presentation.
Yes.
Charles Payne was there to do the numbers.
Unbelievable.
How did you miss that?
He only listens to women.
Yeah, you were telling me that during my leg day.
Yes.
No, I don't listen during my leg day.
Makes sense.
All right, Kat. Is this a microcosm of the war? No one knows what the hell is going on, and all we get is rhetoric. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes?
I think it is entirely possible that Zelenskyy had no idea this was happening, but I had no idea that was happening, is also what I say when I'm called on not talking about something that I didn't want to talk about. I think a lot of us do that. I also think that it looks very much like not just a sketch, but a sketch that we would do for this show.
Right.
And by that I mean takes 5 minutes.
Yes.
Shot on an iPhone, and the wig is $10.
Yeah. Do you think she's really in Ukraine?
I don't.
No.
I'm like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I decide to say I'm the spokesperson for whatever all the time? And you just get the little green screen and you just like talk like this, and all of a sudden you're a spokesperson?
Yeah. No, I don't get it. I don't get it. What do you think,
What's not
Tyrus?
to get?
Well,
Okay, first of all, Kat, 1,000% correct. Let's just go back to the backdrop, okay?
okay.
All right. Have you ever seen a military press conference without other people in uniforms there?
No.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there.
No. Have you ever seen one, especially that represents America, without American flag, next to the country that we're speaking of? And there's usually 2 Marines guarding, make sure everything's right. Was that there?
No.
No, it was not. Okay? This, and the opening line was, I was on the front line as a medic
Yeah.
during a war where people were getting killed and maimed, and they pulled you off from saving people to do that. Right there. I don't need cows, but I smell
Yeah.
okay? Thank you to my Wisconsin people. If your opening segment is you were doing something so important and so amazing and brave, but you decided to pull yourself out so you could talk about vampires. And here's the thing. We know 1,000% who's paying this person. Zelenskyy had no idea.
Yeah.
Look, open up a photo album of the people working for Zelenskyy right now and open up a photo album of the people working for our White House right now. Where does he fit in?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And no one says anything. And the reason why Kat can't do it is because they would still attack Kat for being a woman. Mm-hmm. She's a fraud and she's a liar. You can't attack him for what he's doing because if you attack him, you put other trans people in jeopardy.
Marginalized class.
And that's what does not represent anyone himself. This is a sick individual who's doing this themselves, and no one will say, hey, this is wrong.
Yeah. I'd like to point out that much like the Canadian teacher with giant boobs, we were onto this story first, and we always get results, and yet where are our Emmys or Pulitzers or even Nobel Peace Prizes?
I don't know. I'm not trans, although some people
What?
think I am. Yeah. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Good for you.
Well,
Yeah.
There's still time, you know.
You literally bragged about having the biggest one. It broke the internet, and then it's all a lie.
All right.
I know. I love the comment on that video. Someone was like, I didn't realize Kat was trans.
All right. You go, girl. Boy.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.